so it's up to Ryan Prager to start. 23 years old in the Cleveland Guardians organization. This his WBC debut. Another great crowd on hand here at Loan Depot Park. We've been treated to just wonderful atmospheres. This one on the ground toward the shortstop. And Carrick makes the play, one down. And here is Ketel Marte. Marte drives one out toward pretty deep left, and ballpark's going to hold that one. Long run for Levinson. Here is Juan Soto. This one in the air, right center field, carrying toward the wall, and Harrison Bader with a terrific sliding catch. You know, we could talk for hours about the offense of the Dominican Republic, but how about the pitching? Brian Bayo gets the start today. 26 years old, an electric arm. That one in the dirt. They'll check down at third. It was a swing. Apply the tag. There's the strikeout, and there's one away. Mendlinger in the Cardinals system, AAA. Swings and sends the ball out toward pretty deep left center field. Long run for O'Neal Cruz, but those long strides make it look easy. 2 away. Brings up Harrison Bader, nobody on and 2 out. Ground ball to short. A clean inning on both sides. Scoreless after one. Terrific athlete. He's been doing it for over a decade. Continues to build what is a Hall of Fame type resume. But he draws the walk here, and that's something that the Dominican Republic has done an awful lot of. For Machado, that's his 4th walk. Only Tatis has more. Yeah, I guess only so many names can fit on the marquee with a team like the Dominican Republic. But tell you what, they're making some room for Junior Caminero. Be off the end of the bat into shallow center. It'll be the shortstop Carrick to make the play. Carlos Santana now. That one is in, so another free pass. There's O'Neal Cruz inside. Walk, the bases loaded, and you have to be careful with this lineup. Big time pop for this young man who calls this ballpark home. But 3 pitches and he is down on strikes for the 2nd out of this inning. 2 outs in this inning. If Prager can figure out a way to keep a goose egg on the board, that's a huge win for him. Meanwhile, the Dominican can break out quick. Low for ball 4. 4 walks in the inning and a 1-0 lead. They had 11 walks yesterday and 6 scored. So that's part of the game as well. Get them on and find a way to get them in.
That's why this lineup is so dangerous. Hitter after hitter, they just make you pay in the zone.
And that's hit deep to left, and it's going to blow the roof right off. Grand slam, Tatis.
San Pedro de Macorís is in the building. The party is happening right now. Well, we talked about the at-bat, starting it off, sitting soft. He gets the changeup. San Pedro de Macorís' finest, Fernando Tatis Jr. doesn't miss and delivers. We'll take a look at Brian Bayo and his delivery. Yeah, it reminds you a little bit of Pedro Martinez, the 3-time Cy Young. Over 3,000 strikeouts in his career.
And went around. Levinson down on strikes. Ball and 2 strikes to Mervis. 27-year-old in his 2nd World Baseball Classic. Swings over the top of the breaking ball.
That was nasty right there. That changeup was really good.
Bayo with 3 consecutive strikeouts and with 2 outs in the 3rd inning, keeping that pitch count in a pretty good spot. Under 30 at this point. Got him. Strikes out the side. 4 in a row. So what's at stake today? If the Dominican Republic, up 5-0, hangs on, they will advance to the quarterfinals along with Venezuela. Just how the pool play has turned out to this point, they will still go head-to-head on Wednesday. Israel and the Netherlands will be eliminated from the tournament, but they will both get into automatically the next WBC. That's a missile out toward right center field, and it hangs up. It didn't have time to fall. Home run.
Man, just impressive. Line drive to second base. Gone. That's what it looked like. We know about the power. Misao, Dominican Republic. They've got one of the great ones.
Just gets out in a hurry.
Man. Oh, man.
Great. Albert's thinking, now I've got problems with the lineup. This is Ramirez. That'll get down for a base hit. Roll toward the corner. On his way to second base, he's got himself a stand-up double.
Welcome to the World Baseball Classic. Agustin Ramirez.
He has really helped to develop a great team. What a jump. The throw in the dirt just to get it there, and they get Ramirez, who's trying to catch Israel napping, but they get the out at third base, 2 away. They're working on the gestures after. Okay.
Yeah, that's what they're working on.
Well, they're getting a lot of practice with it, that's for sure.
We're going to need all the help we can get.
To Halter, who's playing closer to the shortstop position than third base, makes the play. Spencer Horwitz to start this fourth inning. And Horwitz sends a fly ball out toward right field. Turning, looking Tatis, and that one is gone. Solo homer for Spencer Horwitz. Gets Israel on the board.
Well, that's how you start answering back and chipping away into this game. Spencer Horwitz, we know about the power. Sweet swinging lefty right there.
First base runner for Israel today. First run they've scored against the Dominican Republic. Carrick retired on the fly ball, so one quick out for Brian Bayo, who has really been in control. 7 strikeouts to this point. The lone blemish, the Horwitz home run in the fourth inning. To first, Santana knocks it down, feeds the pitcher covering, and they're 2 away.
Take a look at this play right here. Just knocks it down. You're at first base. You can always knock it down. You're going to have time. Love how he picks it up with his bare hand and delivers a strike to Bayo. But just like Israel, they're little by little putting one block in front.
Ground ball to third. Caminero loads and throws a strike to first. 5 really good innings for Bayo. They've delivered, right? They have done it in all 3 games to this point. They've lived up to those expectations through 2.5 games. That's into center field, a base hit. Cut off by Bader. Cruz with those long strides will get to second base. Ramirez check swing roller stays fair near the bag. Former Marlin teammate Mervis steps on the bag. Moving up to third is Cruz, 1 down.
Winning baseball in this tournament, you're gonna have to do those little things.
Perdomo works the walk to turn the lineup card over to the guy who hit the grand slam back in the second, Fernando Tatis. 7 walks today for the Dominican Republic, 25 in the tournament, even with Japan for the most. And they've cashed in those walks in a big way. 1-1. Runner goes from first, turns away from a pitch at the top of the zone, but it is called a strike, and it's 1-2. Perdomo picks up the stolen base, and 2 are in scoring position. Ground ball, third base gets through. That'll score 1. Perdomo on his way around third. Here's a throw from left. Cut off. Tatis safe at second. 2 more runs scored. What a day.
Well, he was stubborn enough to stay on the fastball. Gets his foot down. Doesn't try to do too much. He knows the infield's in. And once he gets that fastball with this fast infield, but this is that focus and that determination, playing for your country.
Yes, you have to be careful, but walks have just crushed Israel today.
Yeah.
That's 5 for Jacobson alone. Loaded for Ramirez. 1 for 3 in his first game in this WBC. Poke towards second. Diving play. The flip to first to get the out. No tag on the passing runner there, so they only get the 1. Brings home another run to make it 9-1. Soto drives one to center. Ballpark gonna hold it. And Juan Soto right now being punished by his teammates for hitting it to the track. They made him do 10 push-ups. Doesn't matter how much you get paid. Still some good-natured ripping in that dugout. There, take that. The 2 powerhouses will advance. And what it will create is a seeding matchup on Wednesday. That's off the bag and a fair ball down the line. They get the break, and they may get another run. The ball rattles around in the corner. Machado scores. Gonzalez to third, and it's all going right for the Dominican Republic. Both the Dominican and Venezuelan teams will get the off day. They'll get to refresh the pitching a little bit.
I think that's the biggest key, is everybody resets. Really good.
To first, steps on the bag, and that'll do it. So the Dominican Republic advances out of pool play. Still 1 game to go, but they will head to the quarterfinals. They'll worry about seeding when they face Venezuela, who also automatically advances with the DR win.